Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Warhammer 40K Inquisitor Martyr, and today we're going to be continuing with the campaign, and today's mission is called the Inquisitorial Fortress, so we'll jump right into it, and I'll cover a bit about the previous episode. So in the last episode, again, not a very interesting video I'd say overall, only interesting in the aspect of how they've implemented the vehicle levels really. So the tank was the first one, which I found a little bit dull. There was no challenge. And it appears to be kind of the same for what we had with the Free Blade Knight, just different weaponry and different challenges to fight, I guess, in a different way. So all in all, I'd say probably not the most interesting video, but, you know, it's part of the storyline. But we carved our way through the forces to reach the Inquisitorial Fortress, using the Free Blade Knight called the Crimson Wanderer, after we had freed Ambrose Caradoc from the Imperial Command Center. And he told us he's going to be waiting outside, so at least nearby. He's going to get a teleport beacon set up so he can come back.
The gates have been destroyed and I see signs of heavy fighting.
The attackers couldn't have ventured too deep. They must have broken through the defenses only recently.
What about Flavius Draken?
I think that Inquisitor Draken is still alive. I'm monitoring all Vox channels and I would have heard about his demise.
Then I will find him without delay.
So you'll notice we have a difference in our weapon again. I have a great axe. So as part of the last season for the game, the character was created as part of that season instead of just a standard character. And for participating in the season, I got some rewards. And yeah, so this great axe was one of them. It was considered a significant upgrade in quality of about 40 points, I think. But you know, gives me a chance to retest out the great axe again, I guess. Which, you know, so far obviously it seems to just be carrying it through everything.
Teleport beacon in range.
Alter direct. Where are we going? Oh.
Inquisitor, those traitorous weaklings of the Alpha Legion have amassed a colossal fighting force. They're about to launch a new attack. I can hardly wait.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know, my guy. You have fun. That's all I can say. Sounds like he's up for it. I'm just going to quickly run back, and because it seems like I'm heading in the right direction to meet Flavius Draken. I've been eager to see how it will play out with him, because it seems like he did something very questionable without much reason, I guess. I suppose other than stopping chaos from finding the body. But it's the fact that he set up an Inquisitorial team to attack even Inquisitors, to anyone who came to try and find the remains of Uther Tiberius. You know, you'd think Inquisitors that are pursuing it for a reason would be trusted.
Forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required. Reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic, follow and protect order to the survivors.
At your command.
Yeah, got a little squad, boys. Let's keep going. Okay, it was a good job I came this morning. A little bit of extra help. Can't hurt. Unfortunately, because the way this series of campaign missions has been going, there's not been a great deal to talk about. You know, largely in part because, I mean, the tank mission wasn't really very story-oriented, it was more just shoot things with tank. And then the Free Blade Knight one was also kind of that way, so I mean, it just doesn't really provide much to speak about in terms of the game, apart from just reminders for you guys who are watching kind of what's the plan here. I mean, we're still pursuing the Inquisitorial Rosette of Uther Tiberius, but obviously his remains were taken by Draken, brought here. Draken seems to have a good reputation as an Inquisitor, because he was sent to help in a war against a large Chaos Incursion, which, you know, we're now in the middle of as well. And another more notable Inquisitor, Helena Gosler, we asked her for his location, and she saw no real qualms with telling us, because obviously we're an Inquisitor. It makes sense to share information if it's relevant to an investigation of any form, although she was confused as to why we needed to know. But given that we're an Inquisitor, like, we're going to help obviously with you know, the Chaos Incursion. It's kind of a job to purge all the heretics. I'll tell you what, this great axe really is just smashing through things. Teleport beacon as well. I'm guessing this will just turn me back to earlier bits when I was running. Nice.
Teleport beacon in range.
Wonder if we get anything good. Yeah, we'll use one. We'll see where it takes us. Yeah, back to here. Cool. Figured.
I'm underground, Captain, in a besieged Inquisitorial fortress. We might lose the vault signal.
Forgive me for asking, but do Inquisitors have their own fortresses?
Sometimes an Inquisitor needs a base of operations for armories, supply depots, and vaults.
Have you ever been tempted to have one of your own?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a fortress one day.
Hey, I want a fortress, man. Give me my fortress. Been grafting, you know. Let's keep going. Giant chaos spawn. Okay, I can. Oh, by the way, that's the thing. So, the PS5 actually had an update, system update recently, and it seems since then. So previously, when I'd be recording, I could see the recording thing in the middle of the screen at the top, so I could see how long it's going for. Now it's not there when I do it, like it was permanently fixed before. It's not now, which is a little awkward to know how long I've been recording for. But before, I couldn't see the names of enemies while I was recording, so I was having to guess a lot of the time. Or I'd have to obviously watch the video back, and then I'd see the names of things like, oh, okay. And then, obviously, if I remember in the future, when we come up against something similar again, I could obviously say what it is. But yeah, I had no idea those were like giant chaos spawns. I assumed they were some other demon-y names type thing, I guess. Let's grab another chair. Cool. Let's keep going. So what else has been going on? So, I mean, on the channel, if you've been keeping up to date with my uploads, we had the first upload of the Final Fantasy VII playthrough. It's the older game, which, you know, it brings a lot of nostalgia for me, so I was kind of interested to dive into it. I know I'd kind of insinuated that I was going to go with Final Fantasy X Part 2, but I think for myself personally, it's probably easier for me to go through Final Fantasy VII first, because I'm more likely to understand. Based on having previously played as like a kid, I'll have some semblance of understanding of what's going on. The only thing that makes that one awkward is the talking for the characters, because obviously there's no voice acting, so it's very hard to really just leave it on screen for people to read, because I imagine, to be honest, like, I kind of view my videos as, I don't imagine people are going to be paying attention the whole time. Like, you're probably going to be more listening to my voice and maybe watching a bit of the gameplay as it's going. If it's in like the corner of a screen or something while you're doing something else, you're not going to be able to read what they're saying. Right, let's see what this guy's up to then.
Inquisitor. That's what I call perfect timing. Did the Conclave send you?
No, I came of my own volition. After all, you tried to have me killed.
Ah,
You did.
you must be the one who sent my interrogator fleeing. The time of reckoning has come, has it not?
It seems so.
Do you want to execute me?
Oh
Will you
boy.
make it look like I perished during the battle? That's what I would do.
I don't doubt it. At the moment, I only want to talk to you, Draken. About Uther Tiberius.
You really chose the most untimely moment to interrogate me.
I'll make sure that you survive, and I'll get my answers after that.
Sounds reasonable. I'll take care of this side. You deal with the rest. Get ready.
The traitors are launching a full-scale attack against the fortress, Inquisitor. I will wade into the dark tide with blazing weapons.
Hey, we're gonna be good, my guy. I got turrets on that, you know. We'll deploy my field, why not? Random bits of Caligari credits, why not? Easy collapse boys. So the circle seems like a stun move with the axe. And you've got like triangle to spin in a circle, which would be like an AoE. And then the R2 is kind of like a conal frontal AoE as well. So I mean, it seems like the Great Axe is good for large numbers.
Inquisitor, I will hunt down their leader. If you cut off the head, the rest will flee. You have to keep them at bay until then.
Yeah, no worries, my guy. No worries. You do your thing. Oh, am I only allowed one? Oh, mate. I don't really even need these Caligari credits. I've got so many. I think the last I checked before the episode I had like 900,000 or something. Hey, you chilling back here, my guy. You chilling. Easy. Deploy tarantula turret.
What carnage! But if certain death is all that awaits me here, I will gladly make that covenant.
My guy, you've got a
Keep fighting,
huge
Inquisitor.
knife. Like,
I'm on my way to their leader.
be able to blast the hell out of anything. I mean, it takes some huge numbers really to put that down, I guess, or some big weapons. Either way. I kind of like having these sort of like wave defense things, but like they are kind of... it's kind of been a story with this game though, that there seems to be moments where everything's really easy. Like right now, I'm not struggling at all. But there's been times where like the damage and everything seems to spike on the enemies, and like your gear doesn't seem to reflect the upgrade to the enemies in a way. And you know, you end up in a position where it gets a little difficult, a little ropey, and you nearly die. I mean, I did die in one episode. It was my own doing because I forgot to heal. I hadn't really been challenged like that.
My death will have had a purpose. I am fighting for the fate of a world.
Oh, that's a leap. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that'll be why it's kind of like a stun, because you leap at them and hit them. Are you chilling, my guy? Do you want me dead? Are you going to execute me? I mean, I need the information, man. Let's just hold up for a second. Probably has his reasons for doing what he did, I guess, but we'll see. Green axe. Boom. That's right, you little imperial boys. You do your thing. Easy. Come on, throw something big my way. Make me work for it, you know?
Ready to fight!
I am truly grateful for the task you gave me, Inquisitor. I'm almost there. Only one wave left.
Use Ooh. So you can live really far with that. That's useful. If, you know, you can remember to use it properly.
For the Emperor!
Just gonna stand in your face, mate. You're not gonna do enough damage. Apparently I'm a bit of a tank at the moment.
Ready to fight!
I realise I'm not using my personal teleporter either. To be honest, it seemed good in some ways. So like, if you get in trouble and you need to run away, it's quite useful. You can turn around and just hold forward as you're running, and then use the teleporter and go for the max distance.
For the Emperor!
But it's just, yeah, it's kind of just a nice escape, really. I use it for at this point. Where it hurts. Trophy earned. Whatever that's for. I've actually, so I've 1 point away from maxing out the melee combat skill tree now. So I've previously done health, and I've done melee combat, but there's things like single DPS, executions, and whatever else. I've not really given it too much thought, to be honest, to look into them all. But as before, where there was the Puritan and Radical trees, when you have the options, there is skill trees for it, so it will be interesting to see what access I get to that. I guess it would be dependent on what your answers are, whether or not you actually get access to whichever one. But maybe you have to solely focus on all your
I
answers
walk
being
through
one way
the
or the other.
fire and flames to deliver the Emperor's justice. Their despicable leader has fallen.
My guy.
Inquisitor, you'd make a valuable ally, or a fearsome adversary. What do you want to know about Uther Tiberius?
You removed his vestiges from his tomb, and you set up a kill team to protect the secret. I want to know where Uther's remains are.
You are looking for Uther's sacred vestiges, but you seem to have no idea what you're dealing with. I won't tell you anything, Inquisitor.
Draken, I've been following the trail of Uther Tiberius for a very long time. Believe me, what I found on the Martyr could have grave consequences for the Imperium. So talk to me.
What? You visited Uther's sacred monastery? Forgive me, I didn't realize. You must be the one our mutual friend mentioned. My sincerest apologies. I thought he was mistaken.
Where are the remains?
The tomb wasn't secure anymore. The guardian of the corpus became weak and old, just like our order. I had to make a hard decision. We had to transfer the sacred vestiges to a safer place. It's on a moon that isn't even charted. You can find the coordinates in the cogitator.
So that's your secret group, but he understands the sun is most commit and commit chance. The Imperium you can live. I don't think he did anything that bad, to be honest. He had his suspicions.
I find your methods beyond questionable. But you are clearly doing the Emperor's work. We both know that sometimes one must commit terrible acts for the Imperium. You are free to go.
At your command!
Radical methods trophy earned. Right, let's get these details. Again, I will just leave this briefly on screen. Cool.
Captain, I have all the answers I was looking for. I'm on my way back.
Sweet. Right, that marks the end of this episode. That was certainly more interesting and back to some story content, really, which is what really I needed. It gives me more to talk about next time. So yeah, leave a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.